Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you are. My name is John, or Last Frontier Bricks, and this is my review of the LEGO Star Wars 2019 AT-ST Raider based off of The Mandalorian Season 1. It is set number 75254, comes with 540 pieces plus 4 minifigures, and came out at an original retail price of $50. I do have the instruction manual for the set here with me, showing off the box art, even if it is a little inaccurate, where you have the fight taking place in the middle of the day during the forest. Admittedly, that is when, in the episode, that is when Mando and Kara do find the tracks for the AT-ST, but in the episode, it takes place at night in like either or like grasslands or a marsh, outside the village they're protecting. But all in all, it really shows off that AT-ST really, really nicely. This is the day it's before the paper bag. So, the first 2 pages are just instructions on how you're supposed to build the set, and a little ad for the Lego Life app. Then you just jump straight into the build. And then in the back, you got a total of 3 pages for your parts list, along with a small ad for the Skywalker Saga. And then you got ads for more sets. Although strangely enough, with this one, they decided to flip which side has what. Usually, it's the sets on this side and the minifigures on this side, but this one they flipped. Anyway, this set not only has an ad for this set for the set itself, but also one for the Death Star or gunner for like the Death Star laser cannon with the Death Star gunner and Obi-Wan, as well as the Rise of Skywalker sets, the Pasana Speeder Chase, the Resistance A-Wing and Y-Wing, Kylo Ren's Command Shuttle, the Millennium Falcon, and the buildable Yoda. So all in all, not all that bad a selection of sets, if I do say so myself. I gotta admit, when I first saw the images of this set, I thought having an AT-ST build for the Mandalorian almost felt like the cheap way out. I first thought, okay, they just wanted a set with the Mandalorian because season one's getting ready to come out with the release of Disney Plus, and they decided to go with an AT-ST because it's recognizable, it's something from the movies, and it's popular enough to justify having a new set based off of, especially considering the bit of a mess the Last Jedi AT-ST was at a pretty high price that didn't even have a head. So they wanted something recognizable for Mandalorian to have a set based off of. At least that's what I thought until episode 4 of The Mandalorian came out, and these ended up being about as accurate as you had asked for compared to the episode, right down to the wacky color scheme this AT-ST has with the dark gray, brown, and red. So yeah, I was actually quite surprised. He said when that episode came out, I'd already had this. I'd already had the set. I actually got this on my birthday, which ended up actually being the same day that Disney Plus came out. So actually, kind of ironic. So episode 1 of Mandalorian was the only thing I watched the first day Disney Plus came out. But actually, so anyway, yeah, I was actually quite surprised how accurate this set ended up being. And it's a pretty solid set, which is kind of weird because, like I said, the original retail price of this guy is $50. But having just checked on Bricklink right now, there are quite a few copies of this set that are brand new sealed, which people are willing to part with for only $30. So honestly, when I first saw that, I was like, I couldn't help but wonder, did this set not sell well? So I don't really understand what's going on here. Anyway, we'll go ahead and start off taking a look with our figures. First off, with the Mandalorian himself. This is his season 1 outfit, which is ironic because this is the season 1 outfit is now the rarer of the armors. It's now since now everyone all the sets with him are in the Beskar armor. The only ones in the season 1 armor are this set, and then both versions of the Razor Crest, those being the minifig version and the UCS set. But all in all, it's a really nice figure. That helmet looks absolutely fantastic in the gunmetal gray. Of course, his face hadn't been revealed, so we just get a plain black minifigure head underneath. Nice printing on the torso. With the orange colored armor on top of the tan. No arm printing going on, but some nice leg and hip printing. Oops. Sorry about that. Some nice leg and hip print in going on. Really like the weapon. The weapon definitely looks like the cycler rifle he wields. He does have a cape, which is in a more of the rougher material, like we used to get with superheroes. But it's easy to be lifted up and then take a look at the back of the torso, which looks really good as well. So for the very first appearance of the Mandalorian ever, he looks fantastic. Next up, we have Cara Dune. I'm not really sure the face looks all that much like Gina Carano, but it's not bad. I do like the hair piece they gave her. Basically, the Black Widow hair piece. He's from Avengers 1 in black. She does have an alternate angry face with the hair lifted up. You can see the back for the back printing, which looks really really nice. Some nice metallic printing going on there. Same with the front, no arm printing, but of course that's so she goes sleeveless, but nice printing on the hips and legs as well. And I don't know about you guys, but I think Gina Carano got a bit of a bad rap with Disney firing her. Although I am happy to know that things have been settled, and apparently there's rumors going on that maybe they might be getting a bit of a working relationship again. So who knows? Maybe we'll see her in the Mandalorian and Grogu. Oh, I don't know. We can hope. And then our other two figures are a pair of Klatooinian Raiders. First off, we got this guy here. Like the use of the the Age of Ultron jaw piece. That's a really interesting way to use that piece and give the guy some interesting armor. His blaster is in the gunmetal gray, but with a brown lightsaber hilt attachment to make it a full rifle. Oh, which is again a really interesting weapon. A lot of interesting weapons with these guys as well. Same with Cars, where she uses the larger Clone Wars blaster rifle with the gunmetal gray lightsaber hilt attachment. So all in all, a lot of interesting weapons with these guys. Also, some nice printing going on. You got some metallic printing there on the chest, and sort of like a scarf and it's like some sort of like a long jacket with like the waistcape. No arm printing on this guy either. And then some basic printing on the back as well, with again a little bit of metallic printing with like that clip. And we've got our fourth and final figure. His pair of weapons are a pair of blaster pistols, similar to what we usually get with Jango Fett, just in black instead of gray. He's got a nice gunmetal helmet going on. I don't like get that. I do believe both of the Tunians, yeah, they look like they both have the same face printing and no secondary face. And then this guy's also got some interesting shoulder armor going on, and I really like his torso printing as well. He's got the red scarf, and then what almost looks like some sort of necklace going on with the metallic printing going on there, and the legs, I believe, are the same, and there's your back printing. So all in all, for our first set based off of the Mandalorian, the figures are really really nice. Take a look at the ATST itself. It's a really 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 nice ATST, really clean, refined look, despite it being a very messy. Yeah, it's weird. It's a clean look of mess style of messy, with that wacky color scheme again. And if like you got one brown leg, one red leg, ink of the head is a mixture of the light and dark gray. But you got a lot of stickers going on here with making plenty of detail. It's almost like like a customized pirate ship style ATST, which is kind of what's going on with this guy. I think the one downside with this is that, much like with the Last Jedi ATST, the legs are a full-on Technic build, and they're a static build. It makes for a strong, steady build. But unfortunately, it loses the playability of being able to move with the legs and get in like a walking pose. Say, for example, like with the Rogue One ATST. Although the feet do. What was I saying about that? Stability, but it's mostly pretty stable. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that to happen. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. But all in all, it's mostly stable. I do like that. Yeah, the build for the feet. I'm just not noticing I'm missing a piece there for by the foot, but those are supposed to be be the same. I like the addition and of the Technic poles here for like for joints. I really like the use of the minifigure paint rollers back here. They'll show off some like exposed wiring. Speaking of exposed wiring, like the additions of the wires here, like my guess is that this when the Clatoonians got a hold of this ATSC, it was second and so it's seen some combat. It's gotten a bit banged up, and they basically basically working to fix the thing until it was actually workable. Oh, at least I mean that's probably yeah, that's what I think probably happened. But again, I like that we get all these exposed wires. Not exactly something we usually get with the ATSC. The main playing function with this AT is you got a gear back here, which turns to the head, and then you also got a couple of plungers here, which will fire off a couple of spring-loaded shooters, and as usual, they will provide a third shot. Like the look of all the weapons going on here. You got your two main guns here, and those are on the hinges, so they can move up and down. Then you got the I believe this one is supposed to be a grenade launcher, and then you got a couple of light laser cannons on the back with a little with a clip tile with a clip on it to give it a little extra armor. So nice there. Again, plenty of stickers going on to give it that nice menacing look. You can of course open the top hatch as normal, but you can also lift up the entire head and take a look on the inside. You got a stickered control panel, and in the back you can see there's a small space to hold a blaster pistol. So we'll go ahead and put one of the Clatoonians inside the ATSC. They showed the guy with the blaster pistols on the box, so I'll go ahead and put him in there. Probably be best if I would do it without the blaster pistols. And he just, well, what was I saying about the stability about this thing? Oops. Oh, see what I mean? I mean, it admittedly is, this head is from 2019, so I have had it for a while. There we go. And now you can see how he looks inside there. It's not too bad of a fit. It's not like a super crowded head in there, and he's not held on to any studs, so he's easy to get in and out of there. And then of course you have the armor panel as soon as it moves over the eyes. So all in all, for the very first Mandalorian set, this is actually really good. I'm sure the stability of the set would be a bit better or off if this set wasn't so old. But again, this is a really solid set, actually based off of what ended up being one of my favorite episodes of season 1. And like I said, you can actually get this now or on Bricklink for less than it originally was for the original less than the original retail price. So that's really cool. So that will be the end of this review. Thank you for joining me for it. If you guys enjoyed it, you know what to do. Like to subscribe, all that stuff. Ring the bell to be notified of all videos as soon as they become available. Check out my channel and some more of my content on the end screen in just a few seconds. And I will see you all in the next video. Later, everybody.